Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is officially the first video of 2025. So I want to wish every single one of you a very happy new year, and I hope 25 is full of only the best for you. I hope everyone's had a great holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a great Christmas with loved ones. And I hope the start of 2025 has been kind to you. So I thought I'd start off our videos for the year with sort of a recap of 24, as well as a little bit of looking into what 2025 has for me and Golden Wattle Designs. I'm going to try and keep this short as best I can, because you know as well as I do that I tend to ramble on from time to time. I've got notes this time, so hopefully that'll keep me accountable. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, tea, or anything else that you'd like and join in. Let's start off by having a look at what 2024 had in store for us. So when I was prepping for this video, I had a look at the one that I filmed at the start of the year, which was a very similar concept. So looking back at 23 as well as looking forward to 2024 and the direction that I was going to take. It has sort of kept me accountable, though I must say that 2024 has been an interesting year. Let's take a look at what we've managed to achieve in 24. I've got some numbers here. These are very similar to the ones that I shared last year. So it'll be interesting to see how far we've come. So let's start with markets, right? In the previous year, we did 35 markets, and I know I said 2024 might see a little step back, but in fact, we managed to do 36 markets. It was not intentional, but I just kind of got caught up with things. And I'm not complaining, because every single one of those markets has truly been a learning experience. Some of them went brilliantly. Some of them I had a lot of learnings. A few of them I'm going to continue doing. Some I'm not going back to. Every single one of them has given me an insight into things that I want to continue doing, or things that can work better, and things that I want to discontinue. So that has been a very informative experience for me. Next up, new products. What have we done in terms of new products? We had quite a few of them this year. I started with my complete bow range, the one that we have at markets at least. I know I've not posted all of them on the website yet, but during the course of this week I am going to do that. I have already got in a few new supplies, so that will be interesting, and you'll see all of that in upcoming vlogs. But yes, we had a few different styles of bows. We had bows for little kids, the little tuxedo style bows. We had our lacy bows, which were a complete hit, and I sold out of those last year during the holiday season. Sadly, I did not have any more supplies on hand, so I underestimated how popular those were going to be. Lesson learned. I know that I need to have a lot more stock on hand going into this year. Those ones are not yet on the website. They'll be going on there very, very soon. We also had our satin bows, which were quite popular at markets. They are a little more time consuming and a little more fiddly to make, at least I find them so. So I will be offering a few colors in those ones, maybe not a completely crazy range of satin colors, but who knows? I still have to take a call on that. Some of those are already on the website. A few more need to be added. We also tried some baby headbands as well as bow clips for kids at the markets. Those as well were very well received. I haven't posted any of those online yet. That's one task for me in the next couple of weeks. I know I've got my work cut out for me as far as restocking the website goes. What's next? Another big one for us was our line of t-shirts that we introduced in the last quarter of the year. A lot of those were holiday designs. I had very limited numbers because this was the first time I was venturing into apparel, and I wasn't quite sure how well it would be received. And oh my gosh, you guys blew me out with your support. Again, I left it too late in the year. I should have had a lot more stock on hand. This was a great way for me to just get a feeler of how they'd be received, what are the kind of sizes that would sell, what are the styles of designs that would sell. and the holiday t-shirts were really popular. I had quite a few of those, as you would have seen in some of my previous videos. If you're following along on Instagram, I posted a bit there as well. If you're not following on Instagram, I'd love for you to join along. I'll leave a link in the description box for those of you that are interested. So the t-shirts were great. I am going to be doing another release really soon. The next one is probably going to be an autumnal one, because we in Australia are right in the middle of summer, and before we know it, cooler days will be upon us. So I'm hoping to have some of those. I will have some generic ones that can be used throughout the year as well, for all those of you that are watching from the Northern Hemisphere. So t-shirts, I was really happy with how that worked out. So that's as far as our new products for the year goes. We did a bit of DIY as well during 2024. We made up a new display, the little spinner display that I've shown you on the channel before, and that one's been great for markets. The board display also has evolved. I had the macrame one, and then we moved on to the IKEA board. I had a smaller board. We've moved on to a slightly bigger board just for ease of display. That's as far as displays go. Next up, YouTube. It has been a journey. A lot of you have been here from the beginning, and for you guys, I'm forever grateful. Quite a few of you have joined me very recently in the last few months, so I want to take a moment to say welcome to all those of you who have recently joined or have joined a while back. Each and every single one of you make this place a fantastic place to be. I well and truly enjoy creating content for YouTube, making videos, editing them, posting them, and most of all, interacting with you guys. We did a couple of live streams as well. That was so much fun. I'm hoping to get a few more live streams in this year as well. I'm hoping to be a little more organized and let you know in advance when I intend going live for those of you who want to join along. We got monetized in 24, and I'm still a itty bitty tiny channel, but just getting monetized gave me that kind of boost that I needed, and I know for a fact that I want to keep creating new content. I know the second half of the year kind of was a little bit of a cyclical sort of content upload schedule, where it was either market prep or setting up at a market, but I have a few ideas for this year, and I'm hoping that you enjoy it as much as I think you will. At this point, if there's anything that you'd like to see in terms of content, leave me a comment down below this video. Let me know, and I will put that on my list and hopefully be able to create content that you love. That's as far as YouTube goes. I have tried to post one video every single week. Most of the time I've managed that. There are a few weeks though where I have missed out on. December was extremely hectic for me. I bit off a little more than I could chew. I decided I was going to do Vlogmas. I managed to get a few days in. It was fun, but considering how much more work there was in terms of markets and all of that, it got very challenging. And a few days into December, I had a little bit of an accident in the kitchen, managed to burn my hand, and I was out of action, out of commission for a few days while my hand got better. Fortunately, I had already built up on my inventory in the previous couple of months. So as far as market inventory was concerned, I was covered. Ashley, my husband, helped out a lot during that time as well. So we managed to get through those few days, but it was extremely challenging and I knew something had to give. And for me, sadly, it was Vlogmas. Vlogmas as well was a really good learning experience for me. I now realize that it's not really possible for me to do a video every single day and edit it and get it out to you, especially because I want to give you quality content. So safe to say, this year I'm not going to do Vlogmas, but I have something different planned for later in the year. It's too early to share it with you. I will once we approach or get closer to the holiday season. What else? Last year we made a few investments into the business. I picked up a couple of new things. I picked up my AliExpress, which is my circular knitting machine. I also picked up an overlocker or a serger, depending on which country you're in, one and the same thing. I love it to bits. I can't wait to use it to create more products. I have a few in mind that need the overlocker, and this year will give me that kind of time to sit down and create some new products. So that's as far as 2024 goes. I think I've covered most of what I wanted to. It was a year that taught me a lot. A couple of things that I wanted to achieve this year, but I haven't been able to, is still proper consistency with social media. I did get a little more regular with my posting schedule, but not as much as I would have liked. That's something that I've got to continue focusing my attention and my effort on. And yeah, let's see how 2025 goes. Now, as far as this year is concerned, there's a few things that I'm going to continue with, a few things that I'm going to be changing up. First thing that I'm going to take a little bit of a step back from is markets. I'm not sure I can keep up with those 35, 36 markets, especially with weather conditions being the way they are. This summer has also been extremely challenging. It's either really hot or really wet. There are a few beautiful Goldilocks days in between, but to have those coincide with market days, I think is going to be a bit of a challenge. So just for my sanity, as well as my physical well-being, I'm going to take a little bit of a step back from outdoor markets. However, I want to try out doing a few more indoor ones, a few pop-ups here and there if I can, and see how that works for my business. At least I will be able to eliminate the uncertainty of weather at markets. So that's one thing that I want to focus on this year, is a few more indoor markets. Another thing that I dedicatedly want to focus on is a more consistent approach to social media as well as posting on YouTube. And I want to focus on my products a little bit more as well. So 2025, I have a feeling, is going to be a year for building up my content and social media, as well as the website. The website's been a work in progress from the time I had it. Most other small business owners will agree that the work just keeps going on. It just never stops. There's a few prints across all of my product lines that I still have to upload to the website. I've been taking them to markets. Like you would have seen my market setup videos, we've got so many headbands, so many scrunchies. I have a fraction of those on the website, but I'm going to take some time and make sure that all of those are available for my online audience to purchase as well. So that's going to be a big focus for the month of Jan at least. It will take me a few days to get there, but I'm going to break it up. I have already started uploading some of those products there, so I'm fairly certain I'll get that done soon. So last year, at the start of the year, I sat and worked on a launch schedule for the year, which gave me an idea of when I wanted to work on certain products, when I wanted to bring them to markets, and so on. I've already in the last couple of days done that. It was a great way for me to kind of see what I wanted to do for the year ahead. So if you're someone that is constantly leaving it a little too late for launches, especially for seasonal products, do what I did. I worked out a very broad launch schedule. I know there's a few things that I want to offer this year. I sat down and put tentative dates that I wanted to start work as well as launch those products. And that helped me in 24, and I'm sure it's going to do the same for me this year as well. Speaking of launches, so far I've got 4 new products that I'm hoping to launch this year. Apart from that, of course, there's going to be seasonal launches. So as we move into autumn and winter, the kind of prints and colors that we'll offer for our existing lines of products also will change as the seasons progress. So if there's anything that you have your eye on currently on the website, go ahead and grab that, because once those are done with, I won't be restocking them for a while at least. I will be focusing on new prints and new products that I'm really excited to work on and to bring to you. So that's as far as launches go. Other than that, 2025 for me is going to be the year that I try and maintain a little more work-life balance. Last year was crazy, at least the second half of the year. There were months where I did literally 7 days a week, where I pushed and worked every single day of the week, 7 days a week. So 5 days of that week were focused on market prep, online work, administrative work, all of that. And 2 days, that is the weekend, I was usually at markets. Even for Ashley, it was a little bit challenging because he works full time during the week, and over the weekends he comes to markets with me. So it got a little bit much during the second half of the year. I want to make sure that that stays in check this year. By the time December rolled around, I was starting to feel the burnout a little, and I had to let go of some goals and I had to let go of some activities that I had planned for December, which I was a little sad about. Like I said, I had to put myself first. So in order to make sure that does not happen this year, there's a few things that I'm going to do. I'm going to prioritize some time off during the week for myself at least, and I know that I'm going to do that for Ashley as well. So we're not going to be at markets every single week, 2 days of the week. I will continue to post my market schedule on Instagram so that you guys know when and where you can find me over the weekends. What else? I have decided to spend a little more time pursuing some of my hobbies this year. I was someone who loved reading. I read so much, and the last couple of years, believe me when I tell you that apart from the time where I was out of the country last year, I did no reading. So that was a shame. So I have started reading this year because the start of the year is a little bit slower. So I'm hoping to get a little more reading done. The last few days have been fun spending time reading, and I'm hoping I can continue that through the year. There's also a couple of extra crafts that I want to try out. When I say try out, a couple of these things I've already done before back in my school days, and I really enjoyed them. I'm hoping I can bring them back and maybe even incorporate them into my business. One of them is embroidery, another one is crochet. There's also things like patchwork, lots of things that I did when I was in school, and I haven't done those for the longest time. So this year I'm going to try and focus a little bit of attention on bringing those back. I'll probably create some content while I'm doing that as well, because I don't want to forget the skills that I have. It's my way of journaling and making memories for myself, at least as time goes on. I want to try my hand again at some fabric flowers as well. Maybe I'll incorporate them into the business, maybe I won't. I haven't decided. I used to do a lot of bridal flowers back in the day, and since moving to Australia, that has completely stopped. So I'm hoping to get back into that a little bit as well. What else? I think for me, most importantly, 2025 is going to be a year that I focus not just on my business and growing it, but on myself as a person, caring for myself and growing as a person as well. And I hope to create a little content on all of this as we go forward in 25. And I hope you will continue supporting my channel. I hope you will continue watching the videos that I upload. I hope you will continue supporting me like you've done all these days. If you're new here, or even if you've been here for a while and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that, because it motivates me to make new content for you, and it shows me that you're interested in the kind of content that I'm putting out. I am ready for 25. I am excited to see what the year holds. If you've made it this far in the video, I know it's been a bit of a chatty one. It's gone on for a while. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you really soon in the next video. So till then, take care of yourselves. If you're having a bit of a break this summer, enjoy this time with family, friends, do the things you enjoy doing. And before we know it, we're all going to get back into the work routine. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye-bye.